Shadow? Shadow. Shadow. Come on. Shadow. Shadow. Who needs a water bottle when you can threaten them with something? Seriously, I rarely have to spray them anymore. So hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug says grateful, thankful, blessed. This is a mug from my daughter. Kind of had a hard week last week. By the time you see it, it'll be last week. And we had some stuff go down, and she decided she wanted to cheer me up with a couple of new mugs. This one is interesting. I can't really show you, but even though it's a circle, it's kind of, it looks almost like it's hand thrown. There's unevenness in the circle itself. There's unevenness in the mug. There's like ripples in the mug. You can kind of see where the shadows are. Those kind of ripples are showing up on the top, and they're also kind of in the handle a little bit. It's a really interesting mug. It is what she said, your first fall mug for the year. So there it is, my first fall mug for the year. And today's tea is the Turmeric Glow Sweet Spicy Skin Saver. This has carrots, ginger, turmeric, pineapple, beetroot, sweet blackberry leaf, and natural flavoring. It is a DavidsTea. It is one of our Sips by teas. I think this is the last tea from this month's box that we need to try. And it is, he's back on the counter. And it is a chunky tea, which is, it's a real pretty tea. And I'm hoping it is as delicious as it looks good, because it really looked good. Smells, well, I think I'm getting a bit of the pineapple, but other than that, it's a really light scent. So let's go ahead and give her a try. She just started steeping a couple minutes ago. I don't think it's been quite 5 minutes, but we'll give her a taste and we'll get started. Okay, I'm getting the pineapple just a little bit. That's interesting. That is really interesting. Get the pineapple. I think I get a touch of the turmeric, not getting the carrots or anything like that, which is interesting. But we're going to let her sit and steep a little longer, as usual. And then we will taste her later, as usual. And we will see how much of the flavor has changed by then. So today we are opening our Boxycharm and our Glam Bag Plus for October, my birthday month. And you know how Boxycharm gives you spoilers for what's coming in your box? Well, the spoiler they gave, I mean, in your email, it's usually a little bit before, sometimes in your tracking mail. The spoilers they gave me for the palette that they're sending me indicated the colors would be wrong. So, just in case that was right, I also ordered a palette that I'd be more likely to use in that same line of palettes from Dose of Colors itself. Let's go ahead and start with the Boxycharm, and then we'll go from there. So we may have an indie opening here. I'll probably open it anyway. So, as usual, oh, they have very little padding this time. And here is our card, and our card is talking about the Boxycharm Premium. $35. I've actually been interested in it, but I don't want to pick it up because it is $35 more, and we're talking about $35 in addition to what I already get. So, you know, if things ease up a little bit, I might try to pick it up later. At least it's not $50 like the newest Ultimate from Ipsy. But yeah, that's interesting. And then, of course, on the inside, they talk about our different products, and we'll go from there. All right, so the first thing that I see is it has a loose top, but it's a spray bottle. Okay, so this is the one I think I got to pick for this month. This is the iconic London Prep Set Glow. This is a water mist, so it's just a mister. Shake well for an even glow, gently spray 12 inches away. Wow, that's a long way. 12 inches away from your place, eyes closed. Apply the soothing mist before you moisturize and use to finish makeup. Refresh throughout the day for additional hydration and illumination. I'm not sure I want to be more illuminated, but we'll go ahead and give this a try. Like I said, I think this is the one I picked. As I recall, I wasn't particularly pleased with the items they had for me to pick from. I'm going to put on the ears for this real quick. Anyway, I think that I really wasn't that impressed with my choices this month. But, you know, hey, at least they gave us an option to try it, to pick something. So I just kind of went eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right. It has an interesting scent. Oh, there's like a glittery, it's definitely glitter that's coming up in there. I don't know if you're going to see this on my skin. It's kind of sparkling and bubbling in the water. It's really interesting. But it is just kind of a watery feeling. I don't know if it gave me any additional glow. Only you guys can tell me that. I'm going to take the ears back off. The smell is nice. Yeah, I think it gave a little bit of extra glow, a little bit of glitter. Honestly, I think is what it did more than anything, is it applied glitter. It's interesting. I don't know if I'll keep it. We'll see if I reach for it through the month, and as always, I will report back. So that's our first item. I'm going to reach in and grab some of these others. I'm going to grab this really long one. This is Hollywood and Vine Velvet Touch Smooth Kohl eyeliner. So it's a pencil eyeliner. It's a really long pencil eyeliner. Well, feels very smooth going on. We'll have to see how this does on my eyes. I don't really like pencil eyeliners because my eyes are sensitive, and a lot of the pencil eyeliners tend to tug, and that will irritate my eyes. You can smudge it out if you want. Pretty nice. Okay, so that's our second item. Cats are being nuts today. It's raining. It's the weather change. Next, I have a Hank and Henry something. Slick with It Mascara Duo. Like, I need another mascara right now. But anyway, we got it open. We got it open. All right. I do like the packaging. That's really interesting. And then it has two sides. So it says Duo. Oh, the brush is in the middle. Brushes. So this is one side. I'm assuming it's a nice, it's not plastic bristles, so it's something I'll use. The brush is a little, we'll have to see how it works. It's kind of narrow for me, but we'll see how that works. And then on the other side, we have, oh, what the hell? Okay, so we have a very tiny brush. Is that brush for beneath your, for the lower lashes? I don't know. Okay, so it's interesting, but I'm going to say right now, I think this was a waste of packaging and all that. Really, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this one. Obviously, I'm going to have to try it, but I'm not, I think it'd just been easier to have one brush and have your product all in one space. But we'll give it a shot and see how it works out. And then we have the Mellow Tinted Brow. I'm not a big Mellow fan. There's not too much from Mellow that I've gotten in previous boxes that I've liked. So here's the packaging. It says Mellow on it. It's interesting. It's cool packaging. Oh, that's a really big brush. Looks like the color is going to be nice and dark. You can't see it on here really. Well, you kind of can. Just a little bit. So that'll probably work for my brow color. This is probably just a tint. Oh no, it's a brow gel with a tint. We'll give her a try. We'll see how that works out. All right, so they did send me the Dose of Color Sassy Siennas. I happen to know that these palettes are worth $32 because I bought one. I'm going to show you the colors, but I am not swatching anything out of this. These are all browns. They won't work on my skin tone. They're a little lighter than I expected in terms of the brown colors, but they're very pretty browns. And this one here is more of a pinky color. But yeah, these wouldn't work for my skin at all. So this one in particular, I do like this packaging. This one in particular is going to go into a box to someone who has been waiting for a box from me for about a year. And I'm just going to go ahead and hand that over to her. And hopefully she will like that. Katie, it's coming your way very soon. Working on that. Really, I am. But that's going to go to her. So since I wouldn't be able to try that for you guys, I went ahead and picked up one in the color scheme that I would prefer. So I can go ahead and open and swatch this one. Love their packaging. It says thank you in all the languages, lots of different languages. They have their Dose of Color cards on the top. Thank you for shopping at doseofcolors.com. We appreciate your business. We hope you enjoy your new items. And look at this paper. This is so cute. That is, and it says Dose, and it has the little skulls and everything, all ready for Halloween. That is adorable. I don't want to ruin it, but I'm going to have to. Hold on. I'm going to get scissors and cut this rather than tear this. Alrighty, so we managed to go ahead and just open it that way. They sent along a card, doseofcolors.com, meet your hue. They talk about their new foundation, which I don't have. You get a receipt in here, that's nice. And then you get pink peanuts. Okay, so they wrapped this pretty well. They put the palette inside, bubble wrap inside more of that paper. There is bubble wrap inside, plus the pink peanuts. That is cute. So they've done a really good job of wrapping the box. I'm going to keep all that. I think I'll use it another time. But here is the one that I thought I would be much more able to use. This is Snow Angels. Honestly, from what I've seen, I haven't seen anybody get Snow Angels. I've seen a few people get the Blushing Berries, I think it is, but most people I've seen have gotten the siennas or the browns. Not sure why that is, but that's the way it is. But this one is the one that I really wanted the most out of the three I thought I could use. So if I'm going to spend $32, I'm going to spend it on one I like. I will say that I prefer the more coppery shades, but I know why they did this. It's still really nice, sturdy plastic packaging. And, oh, I didn't realize they were all mattes, but there we go. There's the colors, and I will swatch those. Those are beautiful. This is the one that I will review for you as part of Boxycharm, because Boxycharm supposedly also gave some of these out. So we've got 5 colors. They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous, gorgeous. They're all matte. They look pretty pigmented on the fingers. I still have a glitter all over my hand, all over my arm, but there we go. Oh, wow. Okay, these are some nice mattes. And here's the only one I'd have a question mark on. Oh, man. Those are beautiful. Alrighty, so I am looking forward to trying that out. I can't really count it as part of the Boxycharm for the month for my review, but I will review it so that I will have reviewed these palettes in case someone who isn't getting Boxycharm is interested in picking one of these up. So we got a palette, we got the Kohl, the brow gel, the really weird mascara, and the glitter water. I'm going to call it glitter water. I am going to say that right now, from what I'm seeing, this is pretty underwhelming for them, I think. I suspect that since this is iconic London, it's going to be really expensive, but it's glitter water. It's glitter water, guys. Anyway, Not sure. I don't think I'm really all that impressed this month, but considering last month I was really impressed, I can live with it. On these boxes, you know, you get one month you'll get something you absolutely love, and the next month you may hate the whole thing and use nothing out of it. That's the risk with having subscription boxes. But that is our Boxycharm plus the dose of colors opening for right now. So we're going to move on. I'm going to clean all this up, and then I'm going to move on to my Glam Bag Plus. Alrighty, so let's open our Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. This is their new box, their new packaging right now. There's a lot of people complaining about the packaging, about the bags being too obvious. Several people have complained that it just makes it more obvious what it is, even if they didn't realize that the really bright pink mailers were makeup and from Ipsy. That now that it says Ipsy on the packaging, I do have the other packages for the Glam Bag, the regular Glam Bag Showdown that I do with my daughter, and they also say Ipsy, and so a lot of people are kind of upset that it's so obvious what it is because it makes it more tempting to steal from it. I've never had any problems like that, so, but I can see the point on that one. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and open this up. And, oh, they changed my foam. It says discover yourself on the inside. I will say that these boxes have always felt just a touch cheap to me. But our foam is orange this time. Pink and orange. Alrighty, so we're going to open that up. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff in here. This month's theme is Flaunt It. It says, let's start obsessing over what we love about ourselves. It's time to show off what makes you feel beautiful. Those lips, that skin. And who better than iconic beauty muse and confident Queen Betty Boop to inspire you to flaunt it unapologetically. There's a lot of people complaining about the collaborations. Again, I have no problem with any of that. I use these boxes to discover things. And if Ipsy wants to do its own little makeup line, that's fine with me. Everybody else does. Why not? Anyway, so let's get into our box and grab the first thing on top, which is the Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion Age-Defying Exfoliant Anti-Age. I've heard good things about this. I've also heard that this thing is like hella expensive. I'm going to take a look here. Yes, this thing is worth $79. So this is triple the value of the box. I'm not really into microderm stuff, the abrasive stuff, so we'll have to see. I've heard it's actually really good, but I've also heard it can be kind of like sandpaper, so we'll see what happens. Renew Skin Radiance, polish and smooth. I will say I did like a gommage that they sent, and there's a couple of others, so hopefully the exfoliators in here are really small so that they don't irritate my skin. Because that's the other thing. If you have stuff in these exfoliators that have little bits in them, if those little bits are too big or too sharp, they can cause, instead of just exfoliating skin, they can cause little micro tears in your skin. And that's not something I'm interested in. So we'll have to see. I'm interested in that, though. That's a really good value, too, all by itself. All right, reaching in for, I've heard about this. This is the DavidsTea Powder Stick all over Starlighter. So it has a powder stick. It's in the traditional, looks like it's gonna be in the traditional pointed type packaging that I've gotten from DavidsTea before, and indeed it is. So it has a little cap. There we go. Oh, look at that. Can you guys see the engraving on there? I don't know if you can see that. My lighting is probably just blinding everybody. But yeah, there's like little stars all over it. You're supposed to be able to twist it up. And that's it. That's the amount of product you get. Okay. At least it goes back down. Okay. It's a purpley color. It's like a purpley highlight. That is interesting. We'll see if we'll play around. I like purpley highlights, so we'll play around with that. Although, honestly, that's not a lot of product. It is in the color Ultraviolet, all over Starlighter, so you can use it for anything. It says not for resale, not for sale. So this might actually be a deluxe sample size. I'll have to look on the site and see what it is. As usual, all the values and everything will be down below. All right, next we have Jules Smith Beauty Power Gloss, Namaste All Day and Serene Queen. They are very similar colors. One of them is more glittery and pink than the other. Here we go. So here are the, I like the packaging. That's really pretty. It's very sturdy. All right, so they're very similar colors, but the one on the bottom is a lighter pink and has a bit more of a glitter to it. They both have glitter, but the one on the bottom has more of a glitter. So I don't know if you can see that. This one's more of a peachy color. All right, so this is Serene Queen is our pink one. Let's see, I can probably put a little pink over this. It is supposed to be a gloss. Oh, I don't like these kind of doe foods. They don't pick up that much. It lightened it just a touch, at least in my mirror. I don't know if you guys can see that. It did lighten it just a touch. I would say it's pretty much a gloss with just a hint of color to it. So one's peach, one's pink. They're both a peachy pink. One's more just darker than the other. I'm not disappointed, but I'm not really impressed. But we did get 2 of them, so that's something, and it'll be interesting to play around with them. They do seem to add a bit more glitter than anything. When did glosses and everything become glittery versus just glossy? All right, next I have a couple of brushes. These were add-ons. So I picked up the Betty Boop brush, and then I also picked up the Sigma brush. I've never owned a Sigma. Everybody talks about Sigmas. I wanted to try the Sigma. Like I said, everyone says that they're some of the best brushes around. I could never afford a Sigma brush off the Sigma site. So the bristles are very soft. So there's the Sigma brush. She is a blending brush. Very nice. It's very soft. I got to tell you something. It doesn't feel any heavier than anything else. It does feel like it might be a bit more sturdy in some ways. I'm not sure if that makes it worth the price point, but we'll play around with that one. And then I've got the Betty Boop brush. I believe this is just a, this is a brush I would use under my brow. Also has soft bristles, feels pretty sturdy. Not feeling that much of a difference. That's how sad it is. I'm sure well, maybe I'll see a difference when I actually use them. I've not noticed any difference between, say, my Luxie brushes versus my Tetris brushes in terms of pickup and stuff like that. And people have complained about the Tetris brushes, so I don't know. But I like the handle. I think the handle is really cute. I'm looking forward to playing with those. So those are my add-ons. Don't necessarily go into how good the bag is, but those are my add-ons. All right, so next we have the Lovecraft Beauty Bronzer Palette. Now, when I saw this online, the colors concerned me because they looked all pretty close to the same, and 2, they all looked like they won't fit my skin tone. But we will see. We'll take this off. It's supposed to have 3 distinct colors in here. Well, 2 distinct colors. We'll go with that. Well, I guess it's a bit more distinct. Has a mirror in it. That could be useful. But those are the colors. Oh, they look very similar here. But here, at least, they look brown instead of orange, which on the website, they looked really orange. Okay, when I tilt it like this, you can kind of see the difference. This is the lightest. This is medium. This is dark. This one is cooler, I think. This one's on the warm side. Well, let's pick these up. See if we can get anything off of these just doing this. Oh, we can definitely see a difference from one of them. but you can definitely see that this one is lighter. The other two are so similar. Well, on the hand, this one looks darker. And they look like they'll work for me. Okay, so I'm not quite as worried now that I've seen this. I can actually probably get these to work for me. In fact, that darker one may actually be when I'm more transitioning from spring to summer and starting to get darker. So if I start going out walking again. Anyway, all right, so the last thing was the one that I picked, and that was, oh, really quickly before we get to that, here is the little bag that goes with the Glam bag. Oh, God. All right, so I'm not really all that impressed with the front. It's okay. The back has sequins on it, which is kind of cute. But I really like the little heart. That is adorable. However, I don't know. This as an opening bag for them finally putting bags in again, I'm not that impressed, but it's larger. I could probably use it for something, or I can just put it in my Project Beauty share. I'll have to think about it. I might give it to one of my daughters. One of my daughters might like it. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, I'm not that impressed with that particular bag. I was hoping to like it more when I saw it in person than when I saw it on the website. Can't say I am really. So, it's okay. But here is the palette. It looks like a sturdy palette. There have been people in the Ipsy group that have loved it. There are people in the Ipsy group that hate it and think it's trash. I do like the packaging. The packaging is really cute. It's sturdy plastic. I love the Betty Boop there with the little hearts. Has a mirror, which is nice. I'm going to take that off. Whoa. Had a protector and another protector. Had a protector for the shadows, and then it has something on the mirror. Well, we'll just leave it on the mirror for now. These shades are beautiful. And a lot of them are shimmery, which makes me very happy. In fact, there's only one matte. This is the only matte right here. So, let's see. Let's do some swatching. No, as always, there is no primer on my arm. So, yeah, some of these are not looking good. But that doesn't mean they won't work on the eye. So here we go. This is the top row. That's pretty. That's one of the ones that didn't show up on the finger very well either. Like that color. Okay, so the biggest problem right here is this one, which is a silver. Probably could be used as a topper. The other one over there, you can see it as a shimmer kind of here. I could either use as a topper or probably as a highlight, but as you can tell, it practically matches my skin. It's always a problem with anything that tends towards the browns. I'm not expecting this matte to really show up, and there's another brown in here that I'm not expecting to show up. But those did come up better. All right, so that's the matte. You can't see it at all. Now that's interesting. You can kind of see it in this position. I think some of these colors are going to be fine once they're used on the skin. Some people were saying they were powdery. I'm not seeing any kickback in the pan. The only one that struck me as powdery is the matte. They otherwise felt fairly smooth and silky to me, but, you know, could be my press is a little different or whatever. But I think that's going to be interesting to play with. I'm not impressed, but I'm not unimpressed yet. So it's going to be an interesting palette. Alrighty, so for Ipsy, we got the palette that I got to select this month. We got the bronzers. We got the Dr. Brandt. We got the Trestique. And then we got the little lippies. And of course I got the brushes, but those were add-ons, so we're not going to count them. For Boxycharms, we got the Sassy Siennas, which I purchased a replacement palette for. So this will be the last time you see this because they will go in that box. So I got the Snow Angels to replace it, but we got the palette. We got the Glow Water, because that's what it is, Glow Water. The brow gel, the mascara, and the Kohl. I'm going to say it's another toss-up, but this time it's a toss-up into which one is. I don't know. They're not horrible, but they're not, okay. I really loved the items that I got in my last month's bag. I adored them, most of them. There were a couple of issues in each box, so they kind of balanced out. So I think they each came up with 3 items that I really loved and 2 items that were either or not anything that I was going to keep. In this month's, so comparing this month to last month, I think these boxes were kind of a letdown for me. That said, I don't think they're horrible. I just think they weren't as good. So it's a little harder for me to go, yes, this is really cool, because last month's was actually really cool. These are okay boxes. I can't say which one is better. Price-wise, I can already say that Ipsy is going to blow Boxycharm out of the water, but well, no, I'm going to go, Ipsy is probably the best out of the 2 in my opinion. I had to replace the Snow Angels with something that, replace the palette, the Dose palette, with one that would actually work with my skin tone. And this is just glitter water. So just based on those 2 things, I think Ipsy actually did better. But what do you think? Which one do you think did better this month? Let me know down below. And that is it for today. And I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do like what you've seen, I hope you will subscribe. If you subscribe, please hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. I currently upload 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But every now and then we do an indie brand opening, or my son opens a crate. We are still sorting that out. His very last crate from Loot Crate is Marvel Gear and Goods is on its way. So all of my people who are waiting for him to open up a crate for them because they love him so much, it's coming soon. It should be here soon. So you'll get to see one this month. So if you want to see any of those extra things and you want to know when they're uploaded, you will need to have that bell rung and ready to go, so you'll get those reminders. If you're part of my notification squad, well, you may not need to, but you may want to go ahead and check and make sure your subscription and your bell are both still active. If you choose not to subscribe, my hair's going to drive me crazy today. I'm loving the curl. I'm not liking it being in my face. We are in that stage. I'm not going to cut the bangs. I'm not going to cut the bangs. I'm not going to cut the bangs. Honest, not gonna cut the bangs. Anyway, if you choose not to subscribe, well, we would be sad and disappointed. However, you're always welcome back here because we love having the company. And if you do come back again, don't forget to bring your cup of tea. She has cooled down a bit. It's still warm. It's not cool. It's still warm. But she has cooled down a bit, and the color is interesting. I don't know if you can see this. It's sort of a peachy, pale peachy color. It's really an interesting color. And I'm sure some of that is because of the milk that I put in there. I always like sugared milk in my tea. What can I say? But let's go ahead and give her a taste and see how those flavors have changed and whether or not they've gotten any stronger. Yes. Okay, so initially we got the pineapple. This time, I think I'm getting a touch. The pineapple has faded a little bit. Let me start with that. It's still there. It's just not nearly as strong. So it is faded. But I mean, all the flavors are more blended and melded too. So I'm not getting as much of the ginger as I would expect, considering where it is on the ingredients list. And I don't know if I'm tasting carrots or turmeric. It's a really nice tea. Let me start with that, or go on with that. It's a really nice tea. The flavors are very well blended, which is good. I'm not sure it's one I'd repurchase, but it is a very nice tea. That's it for today. I hope you have a good one.